in my eyes, in the skies, as no one knows. Vladdy is here. Mr. 2 Extra, Sarah. That's three of us in the room. Let's see. Um, we're just missing Angie. Oh, all right. So we'll, hopefully she'll swipe through. Um, Sarah, I'm not changing my timer. Just come on up here for a second. And we'll see what happens with um, hey girl.
Good morning.
How you doing? All right, cool. Oh, we got Sandra's here on the line too. How am I coming in? How does my
Yeah.
voice sound? Okay,
Very
good.
nice.
All right, so listen, Sarah, so now you know the purpose of this room, right? And so we're just loving on people, the adventures of helping people in social proof formula. So I got Sandra Strom on the line. So I'm gonna take her call real quick, and we want to look out for Angie, okay? And if you guys see Angie before I do, let me know, all right? All right, gotcha. All right, so
Copy
let's look out
that,
for
sir.
Angie. I'm gonna bring Sandra up here, and yep, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. How do I...
Thank you, Sarah, my bestie out here. Doing this. Hey, what's up, Sandra? How you doing?
Hey, Hakim. I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, I just said how you doing.
How I am?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And you?
Okay. I'm doing all right. Are you better than yesterday or?
Oh, yesterday evening, yeah.
Yeah.
But I always feel, or often feel bad at evenings. That's my like suicidal hours, you know.
Mm.
But now I feel very well. And you?
I'm doing great. I mean, I just am channeling everything like I always do, and that's why even the name of this room is the space is the adventures of helping people, and because
Uh,
I just thrive off of that energy and the feeling of us just getting together to do this. So,
yeah, yeah. That's so nice, to help other people. Then you feel good because you feel good when others feel good.
yes,
That's
and
how I look at it.
you've helped me right now by calling in and coming up and saying hello. And I'm glad you're checking in because I was thinking about you, and I just wanted to make sure that you're at least holding on and doing your best. I know sometimes you're going to feel terrible, and it really sucks. But if you just keep checking in, it's all good.
Yeah, but I would never ever take my life. I made that choice when I was 21 because I had a psychosis,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
the aliens told me that you are supposed to be here because you have a mission and you have to complete it, and
Mm.
then after that you're welcome home. And then when I don't have a psychosis, I
So now
translate that
these,
to I promise myself that I'm
okay,
gonna
so these
live
are two
this
different
life.
things that I'm trying to understand here. So are you telling
Yeah.
me that the psychosis you think is responsible for aliens telling you something, or are these two different things? Because,
No, actually, I believe sometimes I believe in the aliens, sometimes not. Right
okay,
now, I'm kind of neutral.
all right, well,
So it
I
comes
fuck
and
with
goes.
aliens. I just don't like,
Sorry?
I said I fuck with aliens. I just don't like them. I don't like them. They're like roaches to me, a lot
Oh,
of them.
my aliens are really nice.
Okay, that's
It's,
good for you. You're lucky. You got good aliens.
yeah, yeah. So
A lot
yours
of
are
people,
bothering you, actually.
they don't anymore because I kicked their asses a couple times.
Oh. Yeah, but I had what I call demons, and they are,
Yes,
when I lie
exactly.
in my apartment, they stand and the floor squeaks all the time. And they stand, but
Mm,
it does that because I have had a door open and it was wet outside and blah blah blah. But they stand here and they kind of
okay.
just look at me and like I don't see them, I just feel them, and I don't hear them. And they're kind of, but I chose to just ignore
Okay.
them at first. And then I felt that, okay, if you're going to be
Yeah.
here, you can be my little evil pets, And
Do you say
yeah,
evil pets?
you can be my little evil pets, and you can
Okay.
stand there and you can stare at me. I don't care. And I'm not going to let you go because you're not supposed to go to anyone else. So feel
Yeah.
free, be around. But right now, then I let it go. This is during a time span of a couple of, or maybe 20 years of time. And now they're
Hmm.
gone. And I don't know where they are, but
Yeah.
they're not here. And I have another pet now. I have a pet cat, and she's really nice.
That is nice.
Yeah,
Isn't it wonderful how animals can make us feel so much better all the time?
yeah. She's always, but of course, she has a really personality,
Mm.
Um, yeah. Sometimes she is annoying when when I'm holding the phone and I'm on the phone, uh, doing something, then she kind of takes her paw and tries to take it away because she wants attention. But then I feel like, of course, you're gonna get attention, because she doesn't like other
Oh yeah.
cats, so she's just by herself and me. Because she has a cat that she goes out from, and she's really fond of her territory. For example, she chased away a fox a couple of weeks ago, so that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, but social proof
Sounds like it.
formula, what is that?
Um, it is when people gather together and other people witness people gathering together, it tends to bind their attention and cause them to also gather, which tends to bind more attention. And so it brings people's attention into the adventures of helping people. It's kind of like a prayer or a spell, if some people prefer that term, or a meditation that causes awareness to develop for specific purposes. But this specific purposes is the adventures of helping people. And so
Okay.
also just in the wording that helping people is an adventure. And there are all kinds of definitions and terms and emotions and things that people attach to adventure. Most of it is positive. Adventures are romantic and fun and exciting. And so that's what I like to, the ingredient I like to add in the idea of helping people, because most people think of it like, oh, I have to volunteer. I have to do what? So when you add a little adventure to it, it makes it all the more enticing.
Yeah, and it is an adventure. It's like one way of helping people can be like tough love. Like for instance, when I go to like 7-Eleven and the cashier is really rude to me, then I'm really nice to her, and then she kind of, you know, it doesn't feel good for her, but at the same time, she gets a reminder that maybe I should be nice to the customer after me. So I'm helping both, kind of.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, but of course, she kind of
Um,
feels ashamed because she was rude. But she have to take that shame and then transform it into being nicer to others, and then she will feel better,
well,
I
people
guess.
have all kinds of reasons why they do things like that, and you never know.
Mm,
But
yeah. Yeah, of course. And it's so we have 7-Eleven called Pressbyrån. And during a couple of years, I guess the management of the store was really stressful because everyone was so rude all the time. So I just felt that be rude, I don't care. And now I came to think of once when I was at the store, one guy that really helped me because I was just so fed up with everything, and he was fed up too because when he packed his food, for instance, he threw the apples in the bag, like really hard, like when then I felt that, yeah, he's taking out his aggression for me, so I didn't have to do it. That was really nice. It was like a relief, because we have all of these feelings
Yeah.
and as humans, so we can't just walk around in love and light
Huh.
all the time and holding up a peace sign with your fingers, because it doesn't work like that.
No, you're right. Yeah,
It
I mean,
doesn't
we have
work
to
like
go through the
that.
ups and downs and find a way to deal with it somehow. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because this new age thing, that's something that I'm really fed up with. Feels like, oh, yeah, you have to accept things, and if something bad happens, just transform it into something good within you or something. And I
Yeah,
feel like, what the
yeah.
fuck, If I'm lying here getting raped or something, am I supposed to like,
Hey,
yeah, oh yeah, I enjoy this. I've transformed this feeling to, that's bullshit.
yeah.
Uh, Sorry for the wording, but uh,
No, you're fine. You're fine. Um,
uh,
so what are you going to be doing for the rest of your time today? What are you going to be doing? What's up?
today I am. I have a doctor's appointment with psych. What is it called? Physiotherapist.
Okay,
And
yeah.
after that, I'm going to have a fika, as it's called in Swedish. This one you have coffee together and you sit and enjoy each other's company. And after that, I'm going to a friend that's in a psychiatric ward right now. She has a psychosis.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
Ah, Chrysalis is here. Yay. Welcome to the room, Venus Jones. Excuse me. So, I just got excited because a friend came into the room, Sandra. Hello, hello, hello.
yeah,
Chrysalis is here. Venus
yeah.
Jones,
But I'm not going to take up their time. I will
you're fine.
listen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
I'm glad that you came and spoke to me today. Thank you for gracing me with your voice and telling me your
yeah,
beautiful story. And we need to share some writing soon, some poetry and some other creative writing.
yeah. But I haven't written many poems, but I can try to write one to you. What do you want it
Thank
to be
you.
about?
Um,
The
let's
adventures of
see.
helping people.
Well, that could be one thing. I mean, if you want to, or you could just
No, choose. You choose.
uh, write something about Gothic, something Gothic. Yeah,
Gothic.
like
What is that? Goth. That's kind of like deep.
well,
Like what is that actually?
I don't know, maybe pop goth, like vampires and ghouls. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. That's nice. Yeah,
I just
yeah. I'm gonna do that.
like maybe like a black and white Halloween theme, something like that feeling. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good
I'm in a
one.
mood.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that, and I will send it to you.
Okay, Sandra, and you can
Okay.
come talk to me anytime.
Oh yeah, you too.
Okay,
Okay.
later. All right. Who else? So
Yeah.
Chrysalis is here. Um, let's see. Oh, Chrysalis, yay. And Vladdy, I see you. Give me a moment, bring Chrysalis up. Felix Ofori TV. Vladdy is here. Vladdy. Venus Jones. Sarah. Raywin Guerrero. Jared from Actualize You. Keisha Pokang Claire Gerard. With that beautiful, happy, smiley face. Code MN Perkins. Sandra, we're just talking to Sandra. Mr. 2 Extra Extra, what's up? Hey, Chrysalis, what's going on? How you doing? How are you do? I think, do you have a mute button on there? Maybe it's on the bottom left-hand of your screen. Oh, no. So unmute again? Let's see. What's going on here? I don't know. I'm not hearing you, but I'm glad you made it here. So we'll work out your bugs, but you made it here. So that's good. This is fantastic. All right. Let me try this again. I'm going to bring up Blatty real quick, and then Chrysalis. I'm so glad you're here. Just make sure we'll check your microphone and all that good stuff. But you made it, yes. Blatty, what's up?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I was going to ask you, can there be more people right here in this with us?
Yeah. There are 11 people in the room right now, or at least that have bounced through and listened to at least 30 seconds of this. Um,
Okay.
so
Hey, who's that lady? Sandra Strom.
she lives in Sweden, and she's a
Man,
wisdomer.
I'm surprised that she was talking about demonology, having demons in her house.
Uh,
How do they
well,
deal? How do she deal
there's
with it?
all,
Yeah, I wanted to
yeah,
say. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
no, that's got to be a difficult thing.
It's much easier than you think, but she, I don't know. She probably went about it,
Hey, Amara.
you know,
Hello,
using
Amara.
some other methods to try to get rid of them. You know.
Yeah, I usually just use salt. Um, that's crushed uh, by the shoe of a gremlin.
And no,
No, how do you?
I don't have those problems. And when I used to have spiritual attacks, I know how to deal with them with prayer.
No, really. So you say it's easy, but crushing salt is not an easy feat. Like you see,
No, I don't mean that. Easy in the sense that you do spiritual battle. I don't do all the material things like what you're mentioning. I get into
well,
spiritual battle more.
I know. I, the thing, no, the thing is that for
Yeah.
real, no. There are all kinds of rituals that you do. Do you know, Vlad? Because from your background, in your faith, have you? I'm sure you've seen like different rituals where people um, do things like that with like the salt and they make salt circles and like even shows like Supernatural popularized making protection.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do. You don't need to do all that. It's
Right.
much easier.
I'm just saying that some people maybe you
Uh huh.
don't need to do it, but
Uh huh.
there is a purpose for it, which is that it helps people to center, focus, and concentrate their energies and direct it for a specific purpose. That's what those rituals are for. Yes, they're not necessary, but not everybody is a freaking wizard that just knows how to like wave their hands or just blink their eyes like Professor X and make stuff happen. So some
No,
people need to do rituals.
no, I get you. I
Yeah,
get
so
you.
that's yeah.
I get you. I know people will just.
I mean, there are a
I
lot of people, we can just, speak and say certain things and move mountains, right? But other people have
but
to do rituals.
let me tell you something,
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
The problem is, people start getting involved in things that open the doors. You've probably heard of this if you study a lot of yoga and transcendental meditation, all that stuff, where you open doors.
Yes,
You could
sir.
be
That's
using the
true.
Wicca board, or you could go to the voodoo doctor, witch doctor, and maybe you like this girl, but she doesn't pay attention. So they do what is called in Spanish un amarre. So they'll tie you together with her. You bring a picture of her, anything now, computer generated, cell phone, whatever, right? A letter, a piece of hair of her, and he'll work some spells with demons. And next thing you know, the girl is all over you. When people start messing around with the occult, that this is the result. And Sweden, as you mentioned, one of the most feminist of countries in all Europe, they practice a lot of Wicca.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wicca. When you practice Wicca,
I'm asking.
when
Yeah.
you practice Wicca, because women want to be empowered falsely. They don't know better. They saw the Harry Potter stuff. They roll with it. So they meet some witch doctor, and that witch doctor or witch tells them, "Oh, you've been looking at Harry Potter, huh? You're interested in the occult. You want to be more powered up, huh?" And she goes, "Yeah, I want to empower men. I want to
Hmm.
have power over people." And so they start doing incantations, spells, and all that. And next thing you know, the person not meaning to get involved in anything like that ends up getting involved in the dark side. You open doors, and doors
Yeah.
you cannot close alone. They'll torment you for a while because since you open doors,
Well, they're
yeah,
difficult.
huh?
They're di they're difficult doors to close if you are foolish enough to
Yeah,
open them and don't know how
exactly.
to
Another
deal with it.
another thing is through heavy use of drugs. Another thing is children playing with Wicca
Yeah.
boards. You know the one they sold at Toys R Us. Wicca, the Ouija
Yeah.
board, all that shit. Yeah, when you start doing that,
Uh-huh.
you start opening doors.
Yeah.
I've literally had to seen families where
I
the
know.
parents had to bring Christian pastors to pray, and once they discovered the Ouija board,
I see you, Chris. Chrysalis?
They used to get the Ouija boards and they used to start a bonfire and throw all the artifacts of witchcraft,
Yeah,
idolatry, and everything. And it's a big mess. And you hear noises, and you hear freedom
yeah,
because they're leaving, because somebody came in to fight them spiritually.
right.
So I just wanted to share that. It's not as
All right,
easy as you
Vladdy.
think,
Yeah,
but for us Christians, it's much easier than
yeah.
because we deal with all that. We're the real
Well, we're gonna talk
exorcists.
about that some
You
more.
know, the Hollywood gives you
We're
the
gonna
Catholic exorcist and all those movies. We're the
we're
real deal right
we're
here.
gonna talk about that some. We're gonna
Uh,
talk about that some more, Vladdy, because I want you to actually do like a little mini course or just at least a talk about that.
all
So
right,
for sure, let's do
all
that.
right,
And I got Angie's back, so I'm gonna take her up in the call here so we can chat real quick. And thank you, Vladdy, for helping out. Vladdy,
all right.
everybody, follow Vladdy here on Wisdom. He just popped over here just now. We were just on Callin, and I asked him to come over because I wanted to help with some things, and he came right over just like a true friend. So thank you very much, Vladdy. I appreciate you, man.
You got it. I don't know.
All right, all right. Angie Chrysalis is here. We'll see if we got the mic.
Hello?
Check, check. Hey,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yay! That's cool. You
All
guys were
right.
just talking about that because little known facts about me. I use my real name for this app too. Well, I just changed it on my profile, but my real name's Crystal. You
Yeah.
can call me that here. But I actually am playing with my tarot cards right now. I always have them. I like to shuffle them, but I do tarot readings and divinations, and I have so much sage you wouldn't believe it. Like it's everywhere, bags and bags, and I have it all wrapped in every way you could imagine. Because I pick sage and dry it myself and stuff, and that's a good way to get rid of
Yeah.
demons too.
Yeah.
Just leave a window or door
Yeah.
open, so they have a way to get out.
It's those rituals like what you just said reminded me of feng shui, like how you just said leave a door, leave them a way to get out.
Hmm.
And so like in feng
Yeah,
shui, it's about
actually,
the arrangement of things. Yeah, it just reminded me of that.
hmm feng shui is all about that, like getting rid of the bad energy, isn't it? That's why they set
Yeah,
things up
well,
the way they do.
yeah, so like one simple idea that they have, so that I don't want to give anything too complex, but one simple idea is that if you want prosperity or good things to come into your home, you have a model of an airplane or a boat pointing its forward part into your home. So it's bringing in, it's literally shipping in wealth and fortune and goodness.
Ah.
And of course, this would be easy to do even without like any complex technology because you can fold a origami boat or a plane or even a bird that's flying into the home. And
Mhm.
then the other thing that's done in order to protect it from evil or protect it from poverty or sickness and misery is to put something like a gargoyle or a monster like the lions or the dogs outside. So you'll have like a dragon or something
Yeah,
facing outwards. So you have mirrors and or monsters of some kind. I
yeah.
say monsters in general because any ugly,
Mhm.
horrifying looking creature will do, supposedly, and that's supposed to keep out the evil energy. And
Yes.
so it's more about energy than it is about an actual like malevolent anthropomorphized entity. But yeah. So anyway,
Mhm. Yeah.
there you go. So
Well, that's
tell
kind
me
of
more
cool
about your
because in
cards too.
Native
Yeah.
culture, oh, my tarot cards. Okay,
Yeah.
they kind of found me um, in an interesting way, and they were gifted to me. And I do readings on Etsy lots,
Yeah.
but make a little side cash. But I love reading cards. Actually, I
Right.
do spell work too, but a lot of people don't know that about me.
Do you use the writer?
I
Do you
write
use
my
the
own
Rider
stuff.
Waite tarot deck or what?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, I use Rider Waite. It's my favorite deck by far, and it's a classic deck too, right? It's the
Okay.
most popular one.
I mean, I've never used it, but I'm familiar with it because of studying tarot. Welcome to the room, Anthony Thomas, Dr. M, Amara Doxy. All right. Well, thanks for showing up,
Hello, Dr.
guys.
M.
Yeah. Um, so, all right. So, uh, what what kind of readings do you do, or has there been something that's been attracted to you a lot when you do readings, or do you do readings for a specific type of person? Like, who comes to you? What are your typical, um, typical querents like?
Um, Lots of people come with like love questions. It seems everybody
Mm,
wants readings on love, but I'll do one on almost anything. Um, what I
yeah,
like it when people ask a question. They'll ask me a question. It can be about whatever. I just like to give them more clarity. Even if people don't believe that it's spirit talking to them or the universe or there's anything magical about it,
yeah,
I think that it helps to people to like think about a problem in maybe a way they might not have thought about it themselves because it might give them something out of their
yeah.
comfort zone. And I think that's really important. It can give people a way that they wouldn't have thought of to solve their problems, even if they don't believe in it. So
Mm,
I
yep,
that's why I like
that's
them.
pretty dope. So, all right. So I want to ask a question, Angie. Do you want to do? We're gonna do part two of this. So we're gonna all of us. I just thought of this. If we're all gonna go along, we should all of us
Hmm.
extra Vladdy if he's gonna participate. You and then of course Sarah. Um, we're gonna add like a number onto this title. So it'll be like the Adventures of Helping People and Social Proof Formula. And somebody, it could either be letters or numbers, or you can even put your own designator on it. So like for example, you can put like at the beginning or end, you can put like AC, like for Angie Chrysalis or whatever you want to do. But it'll be AC, The
Hmm.
Adventures of Helping People, Social Proof Formula. So do you want to run the next room after?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to bring up Mr. Extra and Sarah and
Okay.
Vladdy was just
Is it easy to figure out?
yeah. But you know what? If you want us to do a couple more first, um, and then figure it out. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, I'll
easy.
go play around with the buttons for a minute. Oh, it says start
Yeah, and
talk right
so
at the bottom. Okay.
yeah, and you can just type in that title. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start
So
it.
you'll have some time to play with it for a little bit because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring up. Well, who's
Okay.
gonna be next? It's either gonna be Mr. Extra or Sarah. So who's coming up here? Um, Mr. So it's gonna be Extra, Mr. Two Extra, or Sarah. Yeah. Oh wait, you know what, Mr. Two Extra, I see you, but since we already know what the game is, I'm taking this call. Okay, I'm starting to echo. Sarah says, "Thank you, darling. Appreciate that." Extra, I got you. Anthony Thomas, what's up, brother?
Hey, my friend. How you doing this morning? Am I coming in okay?
Doing all right. And you? Yes, you're probably coming in
Doing
better
well.
than me right now. Awesome.
It's early in the AM.
So, yes, it is. What you up to?
Oh, I am pondering life's mysteries early, um,
Hmm.
considering career change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing
considering
now?
career change. I work for Apple from
And what
home.
would you like to do?
Thinking about going back into AC work. Thinking about it
And
because the
now,
money.
is it for more for money or you just like it? Okay, so money,
It's money. I have
money
what I would
motivation.
what I would be doing is kind of going out on a journey for a couple of years maybe and getting the finances straight in the house. You know what I mean? Because right now we're stretched beyond. Yeah, we're not thriving. Let's put it that way. And it
I totally
should
understand that.
be, but just not. So yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
seems counterintuitive. Like, why would this guy want to go from having this cush job at home where I'm making decent and well, part of it's the stress of the job. I'm in supervisory roles, so I deal with a lot of high emotions and people that are upset about their money, people upset about their technology. Um,
I can imagine it's a
it
lot of
is, man.
stress.
It is. People want to argue. People aren't afraid to argue over the phone. You know, a lot of that false bravado.
I I work in customer service a lot as a fitness trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to work at the front desk of the gym that I'm training at now. So I totally understand you, but not in the way. I mean, I understand you enough just dealing
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. So what's going on with you?
wonderful in general. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Most people are wonderful in general, but as you know, well, I'm out here just talking to people, and I'm glad that you came up and said hello. And um, I just want to let you know that I acknowledge, that things get rough and tough sometimes, and but uh, and I can't ever say anything like, hey, it's going to be all right, it's going to be okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I can say that just do your best to hold on and push through and find some kind of uh, motivation in anything to just keep going, not just for yourself, but because you know what, it's not difficult. But what I have found out is that even if you don't feel good, even if you're not happy, you can still do things. You can still get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and sometimes that then helps you to feel better. But there's no guarantee of that. But there is a guarantee that if you keep going, you'll at least be able to help some other people in some way because lots of people need you. Even though sometimes it may not feel like that way. And I don't know exactly how you're feeling, but but I'm here doing my best too. Things have been a struggle for a lot of people, and me, I've been fortunate or unfortunate to not have. I don't have children. I don't have a family that I have to take care of, so it's easier for me to minimalize, reduce, and move around.
Mm-hmm.
But for a lot of people, it's not that way.
No, it's not. That's my grandson you see in the picture there. He's um he's the light in my life right now. Our kids are grown, but yeah, we've struggled since from the inception of this family of ours 25 years. Yeah, 25 years ago. But yeah, I mean, not entirely. I don't mean to make it sound like it's just one big long tale of woe because it's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah,
Um, I mean,
yeah. I didn't think you were saying that, man. That's why I know I feel you. It's just sometimes it sucks.
yeah,
It's not hunky dory all the time. And
yeah.
sometimes it sucks, and sometimes you have to say that, and
What
that's it.
what
You know.
drew me into your conversation was y'all were talking about um, some healing modalities. That
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm down with that. Um,
Well, good. We got this little crew here. That's what we do.
really.
Um, yeah, especially Angie that you just heard up here,
Hmm.
Chrysalis,
Hmm.
my friend Blatty, Mr. Extra, and Sarah. We're all running around here, experiencing the adventures of helping people. I mean,
Hmm.
that's and I found out one of it is just talking to and being in a group. So I'm actually going to bring up Mr. X real quick because
Hmm.
we made a deal that we were going to do 5-minute rounds and then we're going
Oh,
to go
okay.
to and we're going to visit all their other rooms. So you still get to talk and speak because if you're going to get caught up in this, if you're still up right now, then
Hmm.
whoever's going to take the reins next, we're going to run over there in their room and everybody's going to love on them and we're going to just talk and get through stuff. So I'm going to bring Mr.
Right on.
Extra up here and then we're going to keep going. So if you stick around, you'll see where the next room we're going to bounce into.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
All
brother.
right.
Good to hear you. I'll talk to you
All
soon,
right.
Anthony.
Bye bye.
Later. All right, that was Anthony, everybody. Give him a follow. Say what's up to him. Mr. Two Extras coming up right now. I saw Blatty's back in the queue. And Sarah, you got to get up here. Blatty, I'm sorry. I'm going to get the lovely Sarah up here before you do. Um, what's up, Mr. Extra?
Hey, just fine. I was listening to what she was saying about those cars. See, my father, he's Creole. Well, my father was Creole, and my mother is Cherokee and black. So I know those things that both of them was talking about. The voodoo and all that. And my thing is that I feel that sometimes that's in your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't practice doing that stuff, but when I was a child,
Yeah,
I learned how to make dolls out of saran wrap and twist ties. I learned how to make dolls. It was a gift that I learned how to do. But I believe that was because of, like I said, my father being Creole and my mother being Cherokee. So I knew how to make the dolls, but I never activate that part of me, you know. I don't do voodoo or
Yeah.
witchcraft or none of that, but I do know how to make the dolls. I mean, I,
Yes. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
I do believe that, I believe that people need a way to heal, and that gives them something physical to look at as far as healing. You know,
Yes.
uh,
Exactly.
even though I don't do it myself, I do understand why some people do that. You know, but myself,
Yes.
I like I said, I do a lot of meditations. And he's right. You can open up doors. You can open up doors for demons by doing anything. It could be sexual. It could be in a group wise.
Yep.
It don't necessarily have to be, doing voodoo or any form of voodoo.
With some
Yeah, yeah. It can
specific
be
ritual.
music
Right.
that you can let them in. If you listen to a certain song all the time and constantly, you'll find
Exactly.
yourself.
Man, you totally get that.
Yeah, that's energy because music is energy as well. So anything that transfer energy can transfer uh, bad vibes, good vibes as well. That's why I try to play songs that make me happy. They seem to be happy. The singers
Yeah.
themselves seem to be happy and passionate about it. I try to play songs like that, um, and I try to make everything as how can I say? I try to make everything positive as I can. I know sometimes you can't. I'm starting asking my friends now, how's your mental today? In comments, because that's a very important thing. We don't never ask people how their mental is. But I got so
Yeah.
now that when I send a text to my boys that was on here, that's the first thing I ask them. How's your mental? What were your mental? What you rate your mental today?
Yeah.
And I have some ladies that I talk to from time to time, and I ask them the same thing. So where your mental at? Because that's where we can start at. If you're saying that you like a 5 or something low, then maybe you need someone to talk to. And since I asked, why don't I be the person that you talk to? Since I asked. Maybe,
Hmm.
I believe there's no accident,
Yeah.
that no coincidence, that if I did ask you and you told me a low number, then I was supposed to have been there to help you. I was ordained and designed to be there at the specific time on the timeline to help you or whatever it is that your issue is or you're going through. That's something that I'm a firm believer of now as I get older, that it's no accidents, no coincidence. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen. We determine the next move though by whether we obey what we feel or we don't obey what we feel. You know, and I mean by that is that their life has a lot of variables in it. And you can choose different variables to have different results. Like say that this girl is pregnant. We use this
Yes.
example. Not she's pregnant, but she goes to school and she ended up getting pregnant her last year. So she can't. She didn't finish school. The next variable of her life is that she finished school, and everything goes the way it's supposed to be planned for her, and she becomes a millionaire at the age of 25. But now, since she had the baby, everything's pushed back. But if she's going to be a millionaire, it's still
Yeah.
going to happen. It's just going to happen at a later time for her. And still at the age of 25, now she's 30 or maybe 60, but it was ordained for that to happen to her. And so if it's ordained, it's going to happen.
Hmm.
You just got to keep living and keep
Yeah.
going.
I see. That makes
That's,
sense. So being so ordained seems like predetermination, almost like destiny,
yes,
fate, even.
yes, that's exactly what I
Okay.
would say. Yeah, that faith is supposed to happen. Um, it's just you determine how long it takes for your destiny to happen to you. That's what I believe in. That me coming.
Is that why some people maybe have like things in their life that repeat themselves over and over again, like situations that are almost exactly the same, just with different actors and different characters in their life?
Yeah, I do believe that that's also it's like a test, and you're failing that test. In other words, I feel that you're failing that test, or it's something you're missing in that test, or
Yeah.
then it could be assignment. It could be that you're supposed to help someone, but you're not helping them. Like let's say that there was a homeless person that you pass every day, and that's who your assignment is, but you don't help that person, so you keep going back to the same test, and you keep seeing the same person, but you overlook them because they're homeless or whatever it is. You overlook the real assignment. It's like that old show that used to come on called Quantum Leap. I don't know if you remember that. It's an old show back in the
Dude, man, I love that
90s.
show. That's one of the few shows I watched a lot of. Yeah.
So it's pretty much like Quantum Leap, I believe. He couldn't leave, that body until he finished his assignment or find out what his assignment is. And sometimes Ziggy would tell him one assignment and that won't be the assignment. Because he'd be like, well, I'm still here, Ziggy. Why I'm still in his body? And because that wasn't the original assignment. That was an assignment that helped, but that wasn't the original assignment, the reason why he was in that body. And I believe that's exactly where things are with us. That we have a lot of assignments, but we go back to that same
Wow.
way until we do the right assignment that we're supposed to do.
I feel that.
You know, I mean,
That was awesome.
that's just my way of thinking. And I could be wrong. You know, but that's the way I
Don't
live
don't be.
my life in that way. That's why I do a lot of meditations, and I go through the course of the day and see. Did I miss my assignment? Did I say something ugly to someone? Did I say something to
Yeah.
be interpreted in a different way than what it was supposed to be? And I go back and apologize. It's nothing wrong with apologizing. It's nothing wrong with men crying too, because we live in an old era where they said you can't cry because you're a man. You gotta be macho, and that caused drama for men. That's why some of the men are so messed up, and then we got kids that are even worse than we were. You know?
It does seem to cause a lot
Yeah.
of drama. But man, it was so powerful what you said about just how, we keep repeating, or we might not have completed the main mission, just like in Quantum Leap. Like he's like, why, Ziggy, why am I still here? And it's because, you still got something to do. You did one little mini project. That was just a battle. You still got a war to go. So I appreciate that
Yeah.
analogy. It's a very powerful one. So we're gonna see who's gonna come up next in the Adventures of Helping People in Social Proof Formula room. I think Angela's gonna do it first if she figures it out.
Okay.
I appreciate you extra. Sarah's next in line here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring her up real quick. But brother, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming through here and calling and everything, man. This is great.
Oh, anytime, bro.
All right, in a minute. All right, that was Mr. Two Extra, and the besties coming up. What's up? Um, we are here in the Adventures of Helping People Social Proof Formula. A few of us were over on Callin just a little while ago. What's up, Sarah? I see you, Vladdy. How you doing?
Doing well, just living life, living large, the usual.
All right.
How are
Everybody listen
you?
closely.
How's everything?
I'm
You said
good.
what?
Everybody listen closely. Sarah's a little quiet right now, so let's listen very carefully. I'm gonna bring my voice level down a little bit. So, how that reading earlier was fun of the Raven, huh?
Yes. I love the Raven. I love Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe, he's the best poet in the whole wide world. And then you got the other ones.
We didn't get through that whole vocabulary, but look what happened. This is fun, right?
Yeah, it is. It's like the song I sung. We're going on a trip on our nerdy rocket ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, right.
let's all do awesomeness, people.
And I'm surprised, but not surprised that Vladdy's over here. Vladdy came over
What?
from Callin.
Anybody has to join me?
He came through. I appreciate him. I have so much love for Vladdy right now. Like I'm just having, yeah,
Aw,
it's just so crazy. He just it was awesome. And
that's such beautiful bromance right there.
yeah, and because all to like, just be there for each other. It's amazing. Um, and who's up in here? I see Sandra's still here. Sandra. Um, oh, Crystal. Good. She changed it.
Body.
Crystal. Chrysalis. So Angie, we got her name up here. Crystal. Kim.
Yeah.
Alexandra Espinas. Mary Cara. What's up, Mary? Michelle Celeste. Sarah Del Val. Del, hey, who's that Sarah Del Val person? Hey, who's that Sarah Del Val person?
Did you just say Del Val? Is that what you
Sarah
said?
was yeah, Sarah was surprised when we first met that I said her name correctly. It's actually Sarah Del Valle,
Yes, because the way
and I
spoke
said
it.
it, and she was like, "What?" I'm like, I speak another language or two. Terry is here. Anthony Thomas, who I spoke to him earlier. Dr. M. Amara Doxy.
Good
Felix
morning,
Ofori
beautiful.
TV. I gotta check that out. He's all in caps over there. Venus Jones, Raywin Guerrero, Jared from Actualize You, Keisha Pocan, Claire Girard, and Cade M.N. Perkins, Mr. Extra, who I just talked to just now. Um, so what do we? So Angie, she's got her name changed to Crystal. So that's a good
Her real
step,
name.
and she's out here doing some stuff on the app.
What's awesome with that? That's my sister's name too, and it's spelled the
Nice.
same way.
So now you have another soul
She's
sister.
yes, because my sister lives in Puerto Rico and I live here in Georgia, and it's like I try to reach out to her, but it doesn't work. So,
Well, when you go out there, hopefully you can reconnect a little bit, and she'll see some of the things that you're doing. It might turn her around. You never know.
yeah, she's an influencer, so it kind of works
And
in
so
her
are you.
favor over there.
You just influence in a different sphere. Your sphere of
Yeah,
influence doesn't involve any shaking of body parts. Doesn't involve
very
cameras
true.
and crazy
Yeah,
stuff like
hers is
that
a
right
off
now.
camera. She's an influencer for cannabis and other things over there. She's always so busy.
Well, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing to be busy? Or do you
I
just think
mean,
it's just a
it's
thing?
never a bad thing to be busy, but it's just the whole point. Like, you used to take time to talk to me, and now it's just like you don't talk.
Hey, well, look what we're doing. Maybe you need to get her on Wisdom and have her talk. If she wants to be an influencer, maybe she
Where
can.
she's at, it doesn't have good signal where she's at. So, but that's one of the other reasons why we don't talk. But at the same time, like there's
Uh,
always a spot. There's always a good spot.
well, what I really mean is just something that she can do to stay connected to people, whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be wisdom or anything like that. She just needs to reach out and touch someone.
Yeah, we use WhatsApp.
Okay, that's good. That works.
But I see that it's just I don't know.
Oh,
It's
wait a
something to
minute.
feel.
Mr. Two Extra. He just said, hey, hold on for a
Of
second. Is Crystal, is she live? Is that what you mean? He just said she live. Is that true? Is that right? Is that what you mean?
course,
That's
you know.
dope. Somebody confirm. That's awesome. Good. Yes. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Because I'm
Yeah,
following her, I think. I don't know if I saw. Um, all right. Well, I'm going to look at her thing. Yeah, I'm following her. All right.
I'm
So
following her too.
let's see. Okay. You know what? Let's get over there. So all of us already talked. All right. So yeah, Blatty talked. You,
Mhm.
Extra. So that's everybody that came over, right? And then we even had, yeah, and then we even got a bonus
Yes.
because Anthony came up and spoke. All right. So, all right, everybody, we got to look for Crystal's room. We're going over to Crystal's room real quick. So Crystal, um, it's at the chrysalis, like a butterfly's chrysalis. So we're going to go over to Crystal's room right now and say what up. All right. So you guys ready, Blatty? I'm going to bring Blatty up, but
Let's go
Sarah, you go
crazy.
over there and say what's up to her, and we're going to meet you in her room real quick. All right. All right. See you in a second.
Okay. I got you. Bye.
All right, Blatty, we're going over there. So, extra. Yeah, we know. We know. Uh, Crystal just sent me a message. She said I started the room, and so now I'm sending. No, 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 no. Sarah's there now. Sarah's on her way. I want Crystal to stay in there. So she's just communicating with me right now. I don't want her to jump out of there. So that's why I'm so glad I sent Sarah over there. Blatty, you here? Hey, what's up? Um, Mr. Two Extra, if you're still here, get out of here and go over to Crystal's room so she sees that everybody's in there. And also Anthony too. Um, head on over there so we can say what's up. And then what's up, laddie? I don't hear you. You got your mute on? What's going on? I don't hear you, buddy. All right. All right, everybody. There's a love storm that we're doing right now. Hello, Sandra Sundara. There's a love storm that we're doing on right now. Go to the room for Crystal at the Chrysalis and say what's up. Vladdy, I don't hear you, so I'm kicking you off the queue real quick, and let's go to Crystal. All right, later.